Friends, welcome to the fourth session for the series tutorials Page Object Model using Selenium WebDriver and Java. Today in this session, we are going to see what is builder pattern in Page Object Model. In the second and third session, we implemented the Page Object Model design pattern without page factories and with page factories, right? So what we'll do in this session, we'll see like what is builder pattern and how can we use it. So we'll take the same example only, same website, this source demo, and we'll try to automate this test case like we'll fill the valid credentials inside this text boxes for username and password text box. We click on the login button and we make sure that the user is able to see this message inside the book. Okay, so let me just go back to the project only. We have already added these dependencies like for test-ng, for Selenium, Java and WebDriver Manager in the second session. Okay, for the complete details you can please refer that second session which we have for the page object model. So I'm just referring to the same. Just copy it and just write it down like this is the fourth session we have, and what we are planning to see is like what is builder pattern here, right? So builder pattern. Just a second. Yeah. So we have our pages here. Like we start with the application like when we go here. So this is the login page which we get, right? So what we have done, we have defined our web elements like there are two text boxes, one username, another is password, and there is one button called login. Okay, these three elements I need to automate the test case, and these are the operations basically which I want to perform. So fill the values and click on the login button. Now what is this builder pattern and how exactly where exactly should I need to make the changes inside the test case or inside the pages only. Okay, so let me just copy the second one, rename it as test4 login form, and this is the builder pattern I am looking for. Okay, now if you come here like we have already done a setup part. This is annotation before method coming from test-ng framework. This will be working as a prerequisite for every test case, and this is the after method. Okay, now you see what we have done. Basically we actually created the object of this login page, okay, and we passed the driver as a reference. Okay, now every time when we wanted to use the methods which we have written inside this login page class, okay, so I am using this login page object, login page dot something, login page dot fill text box for password, login page, then click on login button. Okay, but what builder pattern says is if you want to perform the operations on the same page itself. Okay, now you see like after filling the username, where exactly you will be, I mean to say if you are filling anything, okay, and when you are done, so on which page you are now? You are in the login page only, right? Okay, so instead of returning void, what you can do, you can return this. Okay, because after performing this operation on this web page, you are actually on the login page itself. So let me just change the return type for this. I'm doing the same way for the password as well. Return this. Done. And after clicking on the login button, when we fill the valid credentials, username and password, and we fill the we click on this login button, we are on the home page, right? So we are not on the login page. So let me just write it here as home page, return new. So sorry, what's happening? Well, let's just not use it here. Here it is same only. Okay, yeah, now let's just go back to here. Now what builder pattern says is you do not need to call every time like login page dot login page every time. Okay, you just need to comment. You can comment part and you can directly use it. You see what I have done? With this one login page only, I am able to perform these three operations. Why? Because I am able to do, because this fill text box username is something which is returning me the login page object only. Okay, that's why I am able to use this text box, fill text box password. Okay, so the test case was looking like this, and now if we use the builder pattern, then this will be working like this. Okay, let me just execute this test case and make sure that everything is working fine. This test case is something like we open the browser, we navigate to the web application, we fill the valid credentials, we click on the login button, and then we make sure that the user is able to see the message inside the footer. Okay, this is the expected message. Okay, so this is how you can actually implement the builder pattern. This is what builder pattern is. Okay, so in the upcoming next section, we'll see like what is fluent interface in page object model. So that's all for this session. Thank you for your time. Have a very good day.